ring, V8 hearts in a symphony. Track lights glowing like stars, chasing dreams in racing cars. Fuel, burning speed unreal, courage is the driver's deal. Roaring louder than the crowd, legends rise, fierce and proud. V8 veterans, heroes of the lane, racing our blood, feel the octane. Fast as lightning, chasing the fame. V8 veterans, remember the name. On the edge where legends ride, every corner adrenaline inside. Victory's flag waves in sight, never backing down from the fight. Underneath the blazing sun, battles fought, battles won. In their hearts the fire's true. V8 spirit, we salute you. V8 veterans, heroes of the lane, racing our blood, feel the octane. Fast as lightning, chasing the fame. V8 veterans, remember the name. Underneath the blazing sun, battles fought, battles won. In their hearts the fire's true. V8 spirit, we salute you. V8 veterans, heroes of the lane, racing our blood, feel the octane. And fast as lightning, chasing the fame. V8 veterans, remember the name.
Evening all, how are we?
How you doing, AJ?
What's everybody been up to? Who we got in here today?
Nah, no good today, mate. I've been fighting with the missus all bloody day. Fighting it. After 40 years, she gets really shitty with me. For the first time, I used her toothbrush and she gets really shitty with me. I said, well, how else am I supposed to clean the dog shit from her shoes?
You're a braver man than me. Righto, we've got Mark Dial here tonight. We've got Zippy, obviously. We've got Dean Logsdale, and of course, race control, Bruce McLeod.
What do you mean, of course?
Don't we just call him God?
No,
Oh, okay.
definitely not.
What's been happening, guys?
Well, you know me.
Yeah, just getting ready for the next one. Yeah, after a tough week round Road America. How did everyone go? What did everyone think of this one?
Oh, I like the track. I just can't find the speed that I used to get. But yeah, I like the track. It's comes up to good racing, good tight racing, and the track's long enough to be able to get you some rest and respite from the big packs.
Yeah, I agree. It's it definitely produces some good racing, and yeah, some people on this track as well that it's one of their favourites. You can see some different names up front for sure. I wonder if it'd be the same in Split 3.
Yeah, looking forward to this. My favourite little driver in the in Split 3 is Trent Allen. Hopefully he goes all right. McMillan, Hessler, and Smitty. You know, looking forward to see how they go tonight. This will be halfway through the year, and yeah, we should be starting to see how who's going to get out in front.
It's definitely going to be action-packed tonight. A bit of a contrast to last week. Part of me is thinking they should put walls around this track to tighten it up, everyone, and then maybe we might have less incidents. For me, what's really interesting is the places to watch. Turn 2, I don't really call it a turn, but definitely turn 2. The braking into turn 5 always produces some action, as does braking into turn 12, Canada Corner.
Yeah, there's the carousel as well, 9 to 10. It's tricky part of the track there. You can either make a bit of time up or lose a bit of time. It's not an easy part of the track to get right.
And same can be said for 5, bottom of the hill. There's yeah, if you get that wrong, you're gone at the bottom or locked up or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon coming down through into 11, that's the one. If you get it right, you really can catch up to the guys in front and get a bit of a slipstream and maybe do that late braking and get inside the other guy.
Who's going to take us for a walk around the track? And a walk.
Well, Dean, you're probably the fastest here, so you can go.
Oh, I don't know about that. All right. Well, we'll start with coming up the hill to the finish line on Road America Straight. Yeah, someone let the cat out of the bag that it was definitely a little bit less of an incline on the right-hand side. So a lot of drivers, as they're coming up to the finish line, pull over to the right-hand side and hug the wall there because it's less of an incline. You get a few extra kilometres an hour. Going into turn 1's fairly heavy braking. Definitely can take a bit of the curb on the inside and drop down to 3rd gear. Bit of a kink going through 2, down into 3. Some drivers take it in 2nd, others in 3rd. I was definitely a 3rd gear man myself. But important to get turn 3 right to get a good run down along the straight. Going into turn 5, so you need a good good drive out of turn 3. Turn 5, as we mentioned, definitely a tricky one. A lot of people getting a good slipstream down the long straight going into 5 and making some moves there, but it's definitely a place where if you brake a little bit too late, you are going straight on. Up into turn 6 before you go under the bridge. Definitely a tricky one here. To sometimes when you're changing down, going into turn 6, you tend to easily lock up the rears. Left-hander there. Turn 7, another one that's 3rd or 4th gear. Some short shifter 4th as you're going round 7. Down into turn 8, similar turn to turn 5. It's another risky overtaking move. You can shove one up the inside, and then that takes us onto the carousel, a long sweeping right-hander. Another one where you're sort of in between gears, 3rd and 4th gear. But another one that's really important to get a good run out, as Zippy was saying, to take you into the kink, which is a very fast right-hander. If you get that right, you get a good run down to 12. 12 is another one that's quite hard braking, right-hander. Easy to lose the rear on turn 12, going down to 2nd. You've got a really easy accelerator on before you shift to 3rd. Some people still take that in 3rd, actually, 12. I was a 2nd gear man there. Through 13, very fast section. Coming into turn 14, another one where people are choosing 2nd or 3rd gear, but really important to get that corner right and hit the apex just right so you can get a good run down Road America straight again. And that is there with Trent Allen from Revolution E-Racing. In 3rd, we got Brenton Zatira. 4th, Macmillan from WKMP. And we've got Wayne Sanderson, winner from the last round. In 5th place, 6th, we've got James Borden, Velocity Racing Team. 7th, Mike Yao, Shadow Racing. 8th, Nick Hausler. 9th, Reg James. And rounding out the top 10 from Shadow Racing, Ed Cullen.
I can't see the screen, so you're going to have to.
In 11th was Mark Doyle from Shadow Racing. 12th was Todd Martin from Konopeki Racing. 13th was Koos Burtson. That's the one. From race 4. What's that? Race 4 Rep.
Race 4 Rep Syndrome. Yeah.
Yep.
Looks like the stream keeps pausing, Andrew.
Yes, it is actually.
How do you mean pausing?
Well, it's just not going through live. It's just stopping at a spot. Yeah, looks like it might be starting to move.
Well, if we carry on, it should
catch up, shouldn't
itself up. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, the streams just goes down to Todd Martin, 12th.
Yep, that's about where we were up to, wasn't it?
All right, we've got 13, Ant Cumperson, 14th, Wade Reynolds, 15th, Shannon McMillan, and 16th, Peter Vermey, sorry, Peter. Scroll.
Sorry, where did we get up to?
It's Andrew Galley in 17th, Justin Wood in 16th, Scott McKenzie is at 19th, and Scott Perrins rounds out top 20. Mark Peck's 21st, Simon Black 22nd, and Aidan Rice in 23rd. Andrew Ruxworth for 24th, and James Cormack Let me see, catch up with that. 25th, Jason Dunn in 26th.
27th was Michael Power. 28th was Brett Douglas. Brett Horsell was in 29th. 30th was Will Munro. 34th was Roy Clark. 32nd was Marty Hughes. 33rd was Joseph Granshaw. 34th was Jeff Eddy.
Woohoo.
35th was Peter Keller. 36th was Dave Galley. 37th was Michael Hayes. 38th was yours truly. 39 was our postcard driver, I think, or one of the race control, Ty Delaney. John Fillingham possibly didn't set a time or started from pit row. Bruce obviously was race control. Mike Korolev possibly didn't set a time. Jason Chin was postcard driver. And Daniel Norris and Michael Quain either started from pit lane or didn't put a time there, or wrong server.
So John Fillingham and I think Daniel Norris, Darren was wrong server. So John Fillingham didn't get a time in. Mike Korolev was a rear of grid start for his accidental tow last week at Long Beach.
Good to see Pecky back. That's good to see him on the racetrack. Hopefully he goes well.
Also, Wayne Sanderson, so just says in the chat that he's actually joined Southern Cross Racing, so he's joined Hoppy's team, so he's no longer a privateer. So snapped him up after that win.
Yeah, I think Hoppy put a thing up in the chat that night, so that's good. It's gone through.
It's good to see the big blokes at the front of the points tables are all up in the top six, top eight. So yeah, so it should be a good race.
Yeah, there's a few drivers out of position there. I would have thought Roy Clark would have been a little higher than that, but that's proof that Roy's is slow.
Deep out the paddock, shall we?
Yeah, just give me a second.
Get ready to shear these sheep. So Bruce, when did you find out about all the incidence points, getting 15 for a drive-through and 7?
When a driver said, "Oh, I just got disqualified."
Yeah. I just as that happened, I had a elf check or something, and I saw it jump up at 15 times. I thought, what's going on here? But yeah, it was happening in their ears as that happened. Right, I think we're ready to let this rip.
Go for it.
Got away nicely.
Looks like it's froze again. Here we go, it's going on.
Trent got away nice and clean. Got a little nice gap already. Great,
Yeah,
nice
he's got a
coming
nice
in.
break.
Nice coming into this turn 5 with not nice gap behind you.
Yeah, especially coming down to that next left-hander. It's nice to have a bit of a gap because that's when you sort of go, oh shit, what's going to happen behind me?
Yeah.
Speaking of what's coming behind, that's going to do on that one.
Are we working on a position and timing chart?
Yeah, sorry, I got lost.
So you want to sort of a little bit of the background there is Ed Cullen was involved in a bit of contact. Turns out it was actually Ed that turned in white space on the side. Because he basically self-penalised himself really good. Then he'll count very long in his positions. It was actually heavily for Ed, apart from the fact that he's now feel having to work his way forward, which is always frustrating.
Yes, that's when you start hoping for a safety car to catch up.
Oh, he's just gained a couple of spots there.
Tough to get right that last corner consistently.
Good evening, everyone.
Hey, Smitty, how are you doing?
Mr. Parents,
How are you?
all right. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
How'd your start go, mate?
Yeah, not too bad.
I wish I could say the same. I felt like a stone.
Stando rocking the new Southern Cross Racing paint there.
Still fairly clean here, Bruce.
Well, there's a few. Let's see what happened on that one.
A lot to keep up with. Is a field this size.
Yeah, there was a lot happened at the start there. Unfortunately, I missed just about all of it.
I think there'll be a few drivers sending you a thank you note.
Possibly.
Mate coming under a bit of pressure.
Yeah, sorry, that wasn't not there because it wasn't turned on. Yeah, it's working fine.
Right, so after 3 laps, we've got Trent Allen with a 1 second lead over Ray Smith. And we've got Matt McMillan, Wayne Sanderson up 1 in 4th place, Brendan Tatira, James Boardman, 7th place, Mike Yeo, Nick Hassler, Reg James, and Todd Martin up 2 spots in 10th place.
Yeah, Pecky's already moved up 6 places. Well done. Roy Clark's up 8. Jason Dunn up 7. They're all starting to move from the back. I saw Ray Smith that had the fastest lap at 2:06. I can't remember what the last numbers were, but 2:06 high or 2:06. That's a good fast lap to start with.
Yeah, for Trent Allen's times, he's definitely running proper split 2 times in quali. Sure he'll be heading that way.
He's making a statement tonight. I just like the way he drives. He's always pretty clean, smooth.
Yeah. Seems to always be up the pointy end.
Yeah, good to see Ray trying to hang on.
A little wide there. Yeah, I think Trent set the fastest lap on the second lap, 2:05.8.
2:05.
Yep.
Wow. How'd you find the track, Scott?
Oh, that's close.
Yeah, I found it alright. I was struggling to pace through the week in practice. Just seemed to find it and race doing.
Yeah, much to Mark's dismay, I felt the setup was really good. Could turn in quite nicely. I just couldn't get the power down as much as I would like to.
Ray Smith lost out there. Yeah. Great little battle between them three. Coming in at that turn 5, yeah, if you sort of trying to make a move and you're on the outside, it generally costs
This
you a
isn't
spot.
going to work out. Wow. Yeah, he lost back a bit badly then, didn't he, Ray?
Yeah.
I'm watching.
And-
I'm watching you're watching the different one on the morning because mine's a little bit delayed.
And Pete's struggling there with the tyre that's not facing the right way.
No, it doesn't help.
Someone's off down the end there.
Yeah, you're going to make it round.
It's a long way to go.
Especially with it that far out of whack.
He could go off so many times off the track that he would be disqualified after the one lap.
Yes.
Becky up to 19.
Oh, Mark, you're sitting there, haven't gone up, haven't gone down, just plodding along.
Yeah, I managed to recover from the loss of spots on the start line. So yeah, I was pretty happy to get back to that point. And then Todd made a mistake in turn 1, so I took that one as well. Thanks, Todd.
What was your goal coming into this one, Mark? Before qualifying. Whoa!
Ooh.
It was unfortunate. A mistake from Brendan. So Brendan lost on control, hit Reg James, and unfortunately that was the end of the motive list as a hero.
It'll be our first safety car, I'll take it.
No, my goal was just to finish where I could finish, keep it on the track, keep it as clean as I could, because I knew that I would never have the pace for the guys in at least the top 5.
Yeah.
It's a bit of bad luck for Satira. He set a beautiful qualifying time. Disappointing. He'd be pretty upset, pretty cheesed off with himself. Saying you're too quiet, Bruce.
I'm in the rig, that's why.
Are you practicing?
No, I'm writing code.
So you're using a lemon and a paintbrush?
No, so what is literally in front of me currently says vartemp equals planets extended dot find all a dot lap distance percent spectator car is greater than 0 and blah blah blah.
That means absolutely nothing to 90%.
I know exactly, this is why I would change to blah blah blah. I struggle to make sense of it myself, to be honest.
Is that sleepy bed by time? Is it?
No.
Mr. Dunn has gone up 14 places. Rice has gone up 12. That's an awesome job.
There's a few climbers through the field. I see Mike's at his usual parting the seas again at up 17.
Roy Clark's just about to go up 16. He gets this right. Nice move, boys.
We're starting to break out into a couple of battle packs here and there.
Yeah, from 12th down to 18th, there's your biggest battle pack.
And Pete's made it back on track. So yeah, he must have got back without getting DQ'd.
Must have. He's probably got one left.
I'll leave you to it. I've got to go and do on sprints.
Thanks for popping in, Scott.
There's Scotty.
Nice.
Yeah, there's got it.
Yes,
See you, mate.
Yeah.
Love you.
Love you too, Zealy.
Feelings mutual and zippy.
I thought you loved me, Zip.
I love everyone.
No.
It all depends what you're wearing.
It does. Did that to race control the other last week, and I don't know what don't think he knew what to actually say.
Trent Allen, well and truly out in the lead. Pretty much a 5-second gap now over Matt McMillan. Wayne Sanderson sitting there in 3rd place. Woo. There's the nice save there by Michael Power.
Gone up 8 spots, quite unreal. I know he's out there watching.
It was a good Will Munro was saying that the setup was spot on. It was a good setup. I felt the same actually. Car felt nice and stable on the track.
Yeah, like I said, I felt like it was giving me all the grip I needed. I just couldn't get the speed going. Red James has gone into the pits. He always pits early, Reg. Seven.
And I noticed, I know from watching his stream that Nick has gone into the pit lane too. He decided to back out of the front end battle because he thought something was going to not end well, and he did an early pit stop.
Yeah, he pitted on lap 4. I made a note of it, but didn't show it.
Nick was very much out of position when he normally is up qualifying, so yeah, qualified.
So he's trying a different strategy.
So Reg pitted on lap 5 because of the contact with Brendan.
So it was a forced pit.
Yeah, it go around, make it back. So it wasn't a problem there. This is where unlimited fast speeds would have been here.
Well, we had it.
Yeah, someone was smiling when he drove up there too.
Not to everyone.
No, that wasn't.
Good that there's a lot more light here than the officials.
Yeah.
So in case you're wondering what happened is I only get to check to select the time of day. So morning, like sunrise, morning, early morning, noon, afternoon, sunset and night. And I chose sunset, expecting that sunset implies sun setting, not nighttime. But sunset in about 30 seconds. In the dark. And good thing it happened this week because I
Well, it's all right. We've got Will going over everything, double checking. So.
Oh, it's fine for vets. It's just officials.
Oh
Pete.
Peter.
Oh,
Yeah, that was unlucky for Pete. He really takes lucky himself.
yeah, that was bad. That was get out in the grass and it didn't want him to do a swing in that wall. Considering the speed you go through that kink at, there's no bringing that back.
Same as that car. I don't know if that's going to move anymore.
So Wayne Sanders, and this is on 206. He's on it.
I quite liked the concept of it, Bruce, having the 15 and 17. That's that just for a drive through. I think that's something that the vets could introduce one off here per season.
It's a very what's the word I'm looking for? Not controversial, but it's definitely a topic that a lot of people will disagree on. So I sort of mentioned this in post, but on the F3 League that I used to run, we set it to 10x for a drive-through with no limit. So basically, and the goal being to try and clean up the racing as much as possible. So set a low X limit. We set it at 10, so that was enough that if you were involved in a couple of bingles, so if you could have 2 4Xs and still not have to pit. And this is for like a 40-minute race, because race length obviously plays into it as well. And then you can keep driving, you can keep going through. So the idea was that it almost becomes self-policing, is that people know they have a lower X limit, so they should drive cleaner. But being a league, a lot of people, I know they used to have a thing called the Tobias rule, named after Tobias Sek, who was my co-driver at the Bathurst 1000 this season. He uses off-tracks for pace. So you basically, you know, in some circumstances, you can choose to, the race control's deciding what to do here. Do we need this in a safety car or not? And you can use off tracks to go faster in some circumstances. Classic example being Turn 1 at Alton Park. So, and here comes Mr. Chin, fresh back from his week off, out into lap 1, out into the track for the safety car period. But yeah, so it's one of those things where you can just sort of deal with it and those sorts of things. Take into consideration.
Now, to all you kiddies out there like Lou Goldman and all that, having 2 4Xs while racing, we don't cone that. Okay, so we shouldn't be drinking and driving.
No, you can. A lot of people do in the sim. But yeah, so a lot of people will be like, "Oh my god, you can't lower the X's." But to be honest, it's the other way to do it would be maybe you give a 20-point bonus, which is 2 positions roughly, I think. For like, you really increase the bonus for 0Xs. So if someone does a 0X race, you really dangle that carrot for driving clean, basically. But then the purists will say, well, that's not racing, blah, 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 blah. So that's why you'll never get to, you'll always have opposing opinions.
Yeah, like I said, I thought it was a good concept, and I thought something that the vets could look at. So
But I think having the DSQ on 17 was a bit harsh.
Yes, definitely DQ was a bit harsh.
Could a few out.
Yep.
Sorry, folks,
Certainly
we've
did.
lost our yellow lights tonight, but I think you can tell the safety car's out.
Everyone's jumped into the pits like they should.
Yeah, a bit of a shuffle about. So Nick's obviously taking on a bit less fuel, and James and Ant. So it'd be interesting to see how that works out for him.
Yeah, well, Nick stopped earlier, so he didn't bother stopping this time round.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's
He's
out of
really
sync.
moved up.
Out of sync, but probably a good idea.
Yeah, that probably works out quite well for Nick.
I worked it out to be around about 21 on a full tank. You could probably do 21, 22 laps under the safety car, maybe 23. So not quite enough to get home. big movers. We've got Ant Cuthbertson up 9. We've got Pecky up 8. Jason Dunn up 10. Will Munro up 10. Marty Hughes up 10. And Daniel Norris up 7.
Yeah, definitely some moves going on. Looking here now to do wave rounds. Yeah, one thing that did happen in this particular race was there was a bit of a question around the pit exit line, and at this point I started looking at regs and all those sorts of things. Not going to do that again. In the future, essentially, it will be up to drivers to work it out themselves and just make their own judgment call and put a in post race. It's too distracting for both the drivers on track to hear the conversation as well as for the myself in the race committee to look at it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it's surprising even under safety car how you can get tied up listening to conversations like that going on, and all of a sudden you bumped into the guy in front of you or something.
Yeah. Yep. And there were some sub regs as well this week that people should have been on top of.
Yeah, good call.
Yep.
Always nice to take a bit of a breather though in this safety car.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's just that little bit of a relax, unless you
Yeah.
hit a safety car.
All you can hear in our Discord is the flicking of lighters. Cigarette time. Bloody Ed. As soon as he does it, then I've got to do it because I know.
I don't know who's in Split 1. I think it's Kirby or something like that. He's vaping. He gets in there. He's doing the dragon blow that comes out both nostrils.
So what's everyone's thoughts on next Thursday's track? Jello?
I only raced it once before, so I don't really know much about it. Just I had a big battle with Ed Cullen, Brett Fisher, and Bruce McLeod last time I was there.
And I think I was safety car, so I didn't actually race it.
Yeah, we had a good battle there, and then you worked out how to go faster. So.
Yeah, I did some laps there this afternoon, and it's a good track, but yeah, I was just starting to get into a bit of a rhythm, getting it to flow. A couple of hours ago, so hopefully with a bit of practice between now and Thursday, it should be all good.
Yeah, I'm not sure how different the setup, but I know there, I think I had my brake bias back as far as it would go, is where I was.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm currently at 53, just trying that.
Yeah, I'm further forward than normal, to be honest.
52, still haven't hit my PB yet, but yeah, it's a nice track.
Yeah, no, I like it.
I'm still finding my way. I've been driving around a brake problem that got sorted today thanks to the good people at Simworks. They sent me out a new cylinder. It's just made the feel back where it should be, basically. It's nice when it's trail braking now.
Nice.
You got all the wave rounds done by now, Bruce?
I think so.
Getting close to going green, eh?
It's the way we do them now is so much simpler for us anyway. And also what it does is it lets me gives me the option, which I might use at some point, just to keep people on their toes, is the can all line up on the left, line up on the right, and then say, can all lapped cars please drop to the rear of the train?
Ah, okay.
Because it's all about getting the cars out of the restart. It's not about giving them a lap back. And I think it'll be if we, for example, had a 2 or 3 lap restart. So in theory, you could move the cars to the right, make that call, and then you could actually just fire off. You can almost restart doing that as you do that exact same call, because theoretically you'll have 2 lines, one line going forward, one line sort of going slower backwards, ready to do that. If you wanted to, like a little safety car on last lap, you can do that.
Yeah, safety car's pulled away.
Haven't had the cojones to try that, so we definitely are allowed to, from the rules perspective.
This is when they're starting their heartbeat will be starting to pump up again, getting ready to go.
Yeah, Trent was out to a nice little lead there, so let's just before the safety car came out. So let's just see where he gets to from that point of view. Nick, obviously, his early pit stop working a treat, picking him up on the P2 at this point, but obviously he's on 6 lap older tyres, I think, because he pitted a little lap 4, I think. So definitely on older tyres from Nick's point of view.
Probably going to do Trent a favour, holding the others up.
And faster tyres here are definitely quicker. Sorry, fresher tyres, go off pretty damn quickly.
Nick's having an awesome season.
You know,
Doing really well. And they're gone.
Did you have any incidents in the first few laps then, Andrew?
No, not really. I think there might be a reason why I'm watching now.
Quite willing here, isn't it?
Well, if I was you, Andrew, I'd be sitting back saying, okay, this might work in my favour.
Always is nearly willy in after the restarts.
Yeah, just locked her up.
my apologies to Daniel Norris for that one.
It's very forceful, Andrew.
Yeah, a little bit too much by the look of it. It's never good when there's liquid straps behind you.
Hanging on to the back of Trent there.
Yeah, he's right up there. Like I said, after a restart, you just want to just look forward and try not to worry about your rear vision mirrors and just hit every braking part.
Andrew Bushworth, 24th place. I follow the Apex Racing's Facebook page, and I think Andrew must drive in a different car every single night.
Yeah.
Drive a few different leagues.
It's pretty good though. I mean, you look around and you go, we've got the Alliance, and we've got the New Zealand League, and you've got Scots. There's quite a choice to go and play.
Yeah, I still drive another car once a week. I'm driving a league called the Rumble League. It's a great little league, and I drive a TCR in that, actually. So complete opposite to the V8s. I drive a little front-wheel drive Audi. Mixes it up a bit for me.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've jumped in another car, but I used to love jumping in the Mazda 5.
Cool hip and shoulder.
And nice looking cars and player one cars. Brendan coming in the pits. Is this a drive-through?
He's still hanging on to Trent.
Yeah. Doing well with the older tyres. Lighter fuel load as well, I suppose.
He's also in that draft range, so there's two massively long straights here to drag them along.
Yeah, I'm sure Trent will be doing his best to break him.
You're doing all right there, Mark, in 9th spot, up 2.
Yeah, it just it was funny. It must have been something wrong with Wade's car. It was just the yo-yo. Yeah, sitting there nicely, keeping Pete behind me as well.
There's James working his way back through. Down
Much
the
chatter going. Sorry, Nick.
Right.
Yeah, Red's definitely working his way back up through. 2 by side by side action there going into turn 3. So I'm just going to ask Mark, like, I see you the Yoey's like, much radio chatter going on. Head down, bum up.
Yeah, it was just head down, bum up. Yeah, there wasn't a lot going on. Ed was talking more than anyone else. He was giving us updates of every time he passed somebody. So, yeah.
No, we don't have much chat at all, except for when there's a safety car. Luke's usually yelling out, "Do I pit? Do I pit?"
One thing I definitely have mapped is I have one of my buttons in my video is a mute all button. So basically it kills Discord and the in-game chat. So if I need to focus, I just push that button and focus. That's just trying to turn on the chat.
Yeah, I'll run out of buttons. Can't do that. And my luck is I've never turned back on and be trying to scream out, "What's going on?" Going on.
Well, that's the good thing about iRacing, because you still see the voice box come up, so you still can see that people are talking. There's a bit of
Reg.
contact with Reg.
Battling there with Andrew Rushworth.
So Luke's just saying he loves it when you call out Zippy.
Yeah, I can read it. Yeah.
So what do you call out Zippy? Is it like, fuck fuel? I need fuel. Can someone give me fuel? Is that when you call out?
No, I don't say that anymore. I don't think I'd ever say. Even if I did run out of fuel, I'd just say that car breaks down or internet cut out. I wouldn't say that again.
Or when you're at Magello, do you say, hey, this car in front of me, why is he slowing down? Why is he just playing with me? Isn't that what you said last time we were there? After like 15 laps behind me? You thought I was just playing with you and I was trying to ask off and stuff.
That was after the end of the race. I thought you were just playing.
It's funny, Will's just saying he can't do chat whilst racing. Whoa!
Oh,
Speaking of
Scotty.
Scotty. For me, it's interesting. A lot of the time, I will actually go faster. It's third hit at the wall. I'll actually go faster if I'm chatting because I tend to overdrive. And when so if I'm streaming, for example, and talking to people that stream on stream, I can actually do PBs when that's happening. A lot of if I'm overdriving because it stops me overdriving.
This is a bad spot for Scotty to stop there on that wall there. You can't go backwards into the traffic.
He wasn't the first one. He won't be the last either.
Yeah, I don't really care if I chat or not. Dean used to have his microphone on voice active, and we used to hear him go shit in his English, in an English voice accent.
So like shite.
He'd be listening to him telling the dog to get out.
All sorts of things going on.
Some things I can't repeat.
Your ears only, Kip.
No, Luke's as well.
Trent breaking the toe now of Nick. Pulled out a 1.3 second lead.
Scotty!
I know, Scotty.
Got his tyres haven't cooled down yet.
It's a bit weird seeing Scotty in the super cheap livery as opposed to his normal QPR blue.
Yeah, I didn't know it was his car either. Is he still with Pecky?
Can't be 100% sure on that.
No idea.
Oh.
That's very easy to do. And if you keep going and drive around that wall, you can find a hole and just instantly find yourself back in the pits.
Yes, that's right, Luke. I forgot about that one. Dean always tells me he's racing in the mood.
There's a mental picture I didn't need. Thanks, Zippy.
I reckon there's probably at least 4 or 5 that do too.
We know you do.
Can't confirm and can't deny. Mark, you've moved up 3 spots up to number 8 now.
So,
Yeah, it's still sort of, hanging in there with Ray and then, It's safe.
Saying Zippy races in thongs apparently. Oh, someone's diving the pits. Who's diving the pits?
What type of thong? The foot thong? I
So
hope.
Bruce said thongs, Luke said thong. So
Yeah, I was leaving that up to the viewer's discretion. So we've got Mr. McMillan in pit lane. So Trent Allen's opened that lead up to about 1.5 seconds. This is where the battle is, though. Well, this is where the battle is. There's a couple of battles. There's this one, and then there's battle between Matt McMillan and Cooks and Mr. Yo for the fourth place.
yeah, it's good to see Yoey up there. Yo up there. Raced with many seasons now.
Yeah, he can definitely be quick. Unfortunately, the last time we raced here, came together, unfortunately, coming in that zone actually. So for him, I think he's trying to undo that with the direction drive. Show him a good bit, so I'm just definitely going to see him back up.
Yeah, look, it was in season. It was in split 2 last season, if I remember correctly. And, we had some good battles. So yeah, he should be right up there in split 3.
So comment from Damon about the screen being jerky.
It's all right on my way. Never trust Damon's phone anyway.
That's what it is, Damon. Even though Ed Collins down 5, he's worked his way back through from pretty much last on lap 1. He's doing great now.
The stream looks okay to me.
Yeah, I'm playing it on my 5th screen as well, and with the sound turned off, and it seems to be smooth.
Should update your phone, Damon.
Oh, they're side by side, almost 3 wide. Then Mr. Clark, Mr. Reynolds, Marty Hughes.
Actually, yeah, he's going to turn 3G off soon, Damon, so you better hurry.
Yes, the original iPhones, I have will stop working.
It's the Ant Cuthbertson up there. I've raced with Ant in another league, a Mazda league, a few times, and he's definitely a good driver.
Well, he's definitely got the name for it. So that's a very good racing name. Matt's moved up to 3rd. Peter Verney's a surprise packet. I've seen him race in the officials, and he's very fast in the officials. So I expect him to do very well in this split.
Yeah, I think what surprised me this season is normally there's a couple of standouts that last season, 3 was sort of Reg, Brett Fisher, and Nick Housen, sort of always consistent in the front. This season it seems to be very different. Obviously we've got a couple of them up there like Trent and Nick, but it's a bit more up and down of who's at the pointy end week to week.
But isn't that what the whole split 4 splits is about? Trying to make it more and more even.
Yeah, it is. I think we got. That's not what we want. That's not what we want to see. It's not what we want. No luck to Todd. I don't remember seeing Todd's livery before. What if it's just changed?
Yeah, I thought the same this afternoon. Yeah. And Scotty's one was still Pecky's one this afternoon too, so I'm not sure what's changed there.
Weird. Maybe a bunker look.
Oh, it's to do with trading paints, and I'm not surprised.
Cameron putting a bit of pressure on you there, AJ.
AJ's racing, behind Jeff Eddy. Jeff's got the chocolates at the moment, Andrew.
Yes. He put something up on Facebook the next morning. He wasn't sure whether he'd been fired or not.
I saw him this morning practicing the next track, so I think he's keen as.
He's going really well, actually. He's driving well.
Very easy to come down there, you get pulled in on the slipstream and don't brake quick enough.
Mike's starting to make his move up through the pack, up to 21 spots. Sitting on Wade's backside.
Yeah, we'll just mention that Todd's was Pecky's on Thursday, so interesting. All the pictures. At least deliveries are anyway.
There we saw Perrins is differently.
Brett Douglas, Bell, E-Sports, 25th place. Nice looking delivery.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I like the size one.
On the inside.
That's good there from James Corwick. So, can I trouble you for the pit stops, Mr. Johnson?
See what we can do, eh?
Because we're 21 laps in, so we'll just hit half race distance, which you can see what it is.
Hope they can all get home from here.
Roy Clark, I think, is definitely making the most overtakes of the night so far.
There we go, Bruce.
Right, so we've got Nick, Pete, Verme, and one of the galleys. Stopping on lap 12, as well as looks like Reg James has already done both his. He's had 2 stops. Close back to back. I'm guessing one just on lap 5 and one on the same straight after, which is interesting. So Reg will struggle to go full distance on most tires. So stop by the looks of it. Yep, anyone else? Looks like taking on the safety car. So, you sir?
I think Rich was the one who got hit with Zatira. So he must have been hit just after he pitted. So, or I'm not claiming who hit who, but yeah. So I think he had to go back and fix his car.
It's just me, or is that running a bit slower?
Hang on, I think somehow I bumped something there.
I think you might be under another safety car.
No, I'm not sure what's going on there. Why is it going so slow?
There we go,
Found
safety
that.
car's over. That was a virtual safety car for 30 seconds.
Yeah, nice cover job.
James Corwick's gone off track, unfortunately.
I think that's more distracting than having someone talking.
Yeah, I just don't. I'd rather a blinker in front of me than behind me, though. I've been
It's hard to
taking
know.
it-
It's hard to know
taking-
where to brake and you know whether you can sort of get into it out of the next corner if he's blinking out.
Well,
front of you.
normally if he's driving normally, you can just brake a little bit earlier. But if you've got someone behind you, you just don't know if they're going to come slamming in your back. 6 to 1, half a dozen from the back.
Yep.
That's moving away.
Yeah, Trent's definitely the pace leader of the night, that's for sure.
So what happened to Wayne Sanderson? What did we miss? Or what did I miss?
I do think he had an incident, but I'm not sure how far back. 'Cause I
Yeah, he's
do
down
remember
19
seeing-
spots. I'm not sure what it was either.
So Wayne had on lap 4 contact with Ray Smith, and was given a drive through for that. What lap are we up to now?
They're coming.
23.
They're
Yeah.
starting to pit now.
That's all there was at this point. Just that one drive through.
Yeah.
Roy's up 20. Mike's up 24. John Fillingham's making his move up 21. And Pecky's up 12. Marty Hughes up 16. Jason Dunn up 9. And Ricey's improved immensely over the last 2 seasons.
Now I know who's missing from the field. Aiden's teammate.
Who's that?
Name I can't think in a second. You're coming. Yeah. Both being ex-teammates too.
I suppose this being round 5 means that next week I'll have to bust out the split spreadsheet, the split software for next season and update it.
Already?
Well, 6 races count.
How many on the waiting list?
There is no waiting list.
Isn't there?
No, because we didn't go for all the splits I had before. So we have a couple. We already have 2 drivers. Charlie Racing is a new teammate who is a league member. He was given the option to jump in and race mid-season. He chose not to. He just wants to practice next season. And we had a new starter in split 3 this race. Actually, who joined the league this week. So.
And that is?
Brett Horsell.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he races in the New Zealand League, doesn't he, Andrew?
That doesn't ring a bell.
Currently P26 right behind Rich James. Oh,
Okay.
what's going on? Oh, there goes. Race with
Race.
the wall, unfortunately.
Stuck in the wall.
No, I think I'm thinking of officials. I think he's did 3 in officials.
No, Hoppy, we don't want you in split 3 next season. You can stay where you are, thanks.
bad luck about Ray. He was doing really well.
Pit stops.
And he's in the pit. Same as Ray, obviously.
Side by side action here. Oh,
Oh,
that was a little love tap. Got away with it.
some people
So-
just have all the luck, don't they?
So I'm just looking at the standings, and Mr. Hoffman, you have 0's chance of having
We don't need fuel savers in split 3, thank you.
Well, he's won a race this year, isn't he? This season. Or he's second. That's right, because Luke beat him.
That's right. Then rub it in.
Sorry to remind you, Hoff.
He's had 2 top 5 finishes and 3 top 10 finishes, so that's definitely a recipe to go up rather than a recipe to come down. Interesting thing about next season will be if we get Gen 3, is how much
I love that.
How much does it matter anyway? So what I mean by that is a completely different car, so that'll upset the race pace way more than just the promotion.
That would definitely
Yeah,
shake it
that's
up.
right. We've got to have a starting point, though, don't we?
Yeah, I think we'll follow the process as normal, but I just think that will affect things way more than just.
You're right, though. I mean, it'll take us, probably 3 or 4 seasons for it to sort itself out once the new car comes in.
Have you heard any more on that, Bruce? Any inside info?
Not that I'm comfortable feeling sharing publicly.
What you're saying is it's a possibility, but you can't say anything.
No, everything's a possibility.
Well, that's right.
It's a possibility that I'll
Thing.
win Lotto next week.
Well, obviously you'd look after your mates in the broadcast.
Sure, no worries.
I can
You-
officially
you-
say that all the sheep down the back paddock hope that it happens next season.
You can all have a you can all have a free chubby bun. If you haven't podcast tonight. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chubby buns to go.
I'm tempted to go up to New South Wales just to try one.
They're good. They're really
When
good.
are we
Yeah, I don't think I'd go that far just to try one.
No, I
we
wouldn't,
going to have one in Queensland?
I wouldn't come. I wouldn't just drive to Sydney just to have one. If you're in the area, for me, it was like, do I drive the 20 minutes up the road to get one? And that was definitely.
Well, me and Mr. Gamble drove all the way to William Creek just to have a couple of beers.
So, that's fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm looking forward to the new car, but I'm definitely not looking forward to rain. But on the same token, it gives it a whole different level of racing, doesn't it?
Yep, that does.
Yep.
Not sure what bets will do.
Yeah, I suppose that's the concept of Lex, isn't it? To have everything turned off. You can. So yes, I suppose is rain really what people want?
We're all fair weather drivers.
So rain is ridiculously good fun in the right car. Hey Brett, how you going? It's really good fun in the, and that's
That's a big
Drama here.
yeah. The old snappy off, snappy back on again, and there's a big bop of an engine going boom, which is then translated to someone calling it a race control, and then off we go. So I think with rain is, let's take Petit Le Bon, which is going on right now as an example. The LMP2 is a really light car, downforce, and it is an absolute weapon in the wet. The LMDH's prototype's not so much. So it's really fun to drive that car in the rain in an IMSA field because you can actually. So I really enjoy that, and if I do any sort of IMSA endurance. So it really depends on the car, how it feels, and if it works or not. I did do a bit of training around Bathurst in the wet, so I took the Mustang, I took all the downforce off it, changed the balance a little bit, turned off traction control, turned off ABS, and tried to do some laps around Bathurst in the wet, and that was diabolically bad.
Yeah, I can imagine. Be a Bathurst, yeah. That's
And
a bit of bad luck about Mike there. He was doing really, really well too.
No, he was, and that's mostly because like by taking all the downforce off the car, you can't get the balance to be equal because so much comes from the rear wheel. So it's tricky from that point of view. So, but with rain, and you're not going to be able to afford it. Here's Mr. Chin coming out for the second safety car. Period. You're not going to be able to avoid it. So there definitely will be rain in officials. There definitely will be rain in endurance races. So yeah, I'd say when rain comes, just embrace it because it's especially when it's changeable conditions where it goes dry to wet, and it's some of the most fun you can have on iRacing.
This will be interesting. Everyone's jumping in the pit. Who has to get less fuel? Who's going to come out in front?
So, yep, this will be interesting to see what's going on. Doing our clearing of clearing of the cars between the safety car and our race leader, who is Mr. Trent Allen. So all the cars are getting let past.
Oh, there goes. Who's that going past the safety car?
No, I was letting them pass because Trent Allen was our effective leader.
Yeah, we all went zippy. I'd just gone as well.
That's what I was saying. Is Luke's on the stream on the thing saying, who's that in front? You were number one for a minute.
Now, what's tricky about all this is I've got to look at when people pit and who's coming out of the pits, but my overlay doesn't have car numbers on it. So I'm looking at the relative on screen. As you can see right here, it's got Jason Kin, it's got Trent Allen, but it doesn't have his car number. And so I have to call people by car numbers. So then I'm looking and say, okay, Scott Perrins, what's Scott Perrins' number? So I know him, he's 888. Who's Simon Black? Oh, I don't know what Simon's number is. Look across to another label, go, what's Simon's number? Simon's number is blah, blah, blah. And calling it past, it's a real pain in the butt, to be honest. But it is what it is. That's what's going through our mind.
I feel your pain.
Yeah.
Oh, Roy's take that early start pit stop from Roy's taking full advantage of it. Up 23 spots now in contention.
Yep. So I think that's everyone pitted. So Yoey up in the third, Millen in fourth, Nick Hausler. So
yeah, all the ones in the battle box there have done 2 stops.
Can you bring up the Magical Mystery pit stops? So we can just check. What I really want to see is tyre life, where people's tyres are at. So we've got 10 laps left to run. So I can trouble you, AJ, just bring up the pit stop strategy. We can see who just stopped and who hasn't to try and see where the tyres are at.
Oh, John Fillingham's put himself also into contention. Aidan Rice still doing great, 10 spots up.
Yep.
And Pecky, 11 spots. Go Pecky.
Oh, so if the safety car disconnects, then it's quite simple. We just basically tell the race leader to become the effective safety car. We give them the directions. All right, so Nick is definitely of that lead bunch. He looks like he's on the freshest tyres with that early stop and that late stop. Yoey's on fresher tyres as well. It looks like Alan and McMillan are on the oldest of the tyres because we can't see. I assume is this the whole race or not?
But Alan and McMillan have already just pitted, so
yeah, it'll be next lap.
Yeah. Yeah, so
same with Mr. Boardman. Yeah, that makes sense actually. So they'll all come out. So
I'd say they're pretty even on tyres, really.
except for Yowie. So Yowie's probably going to hurt the most, I would say, from that lead pack because he stopped earlier. But it definitely worked for him from a track position point of view.
Yeah, but I don't. It's not that many laps down. Tyres are getting colder now. I didn't find the tyres really lost too much grip. You know, yeah, I reckon you could do at least 20 odd laps with them.
Thank you, AJ. And we can go back to full speed, please. Because we're running on slow-mo again. There we go. I know the safety car is slow, but it's not that slow.
Yeah, I've worked out what's going on there. I've doubled up on a hotkey. When I turn that off, it goes to quarter speed on me.
Nice. Here come our wave rounds.
Yeah, you're
Bit
right.
of a delay.
You're right, Jimmy. I think it's even all 4 splits now are really good driving.
Bit of a delay here because there's all this chatter going on between some race controller dude and P4 and P5 about who came out when. So yeah, I had a chat to both of them after the race. I made a call, and that call is what has stuck. Even though it may be different, race control's word was final because it was asked and answered. So, but I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to. It won't happen again. So a couple of drivers got given voice comms violations, 3 actually, for this race. 2 happened in race, and 1 was just a bit of a comment post-race. So that will get you muted.
Well, as long as it's not neutered.
Ha!
Nearly 10 to go.
Yeah. So one thing that just to share a little bit more inside baseball is whilst everyone's in their cars thinking about like here board, you know, and time goes really slowly for a driver. For us in race control, we are so friggin' busy. So it's absolutely the absolute worst time for someone to jump on the radio and ask us a question, even though it might think like it's a good time from your point of view. It's not from our point of view. Which is why you'll hear.
Yeah, I can understand that. Even just trying to do this for the broadcast, let alone for race control. But yeah,
you'll hear me trying to tell people to shut up, basically. When it's like in the safety car, oh, race control car, blah blah blah. It's like, stop it. So I was playing secondary race controller tonight. For this race, it was Mr. Ty Delaney was running primary. He'll probably run primary for the rest of the season because I'm going to go back driving next season. So trying to get him all trained up, ready to go.
So you've been
doing pretty happy to jump Ant there. I didn't really want Rory Clark on the bumper of my car.
The only problem.
Just saw that, Mark. You've moved up 5 spots. You're up in 6th place. Nice effort.
The only problem I will say is it literally was a school night for Ty, so he was getting in trouble from his father for being an hour later than he should have been. Finishing up on the race. Because I think I was in the booth till midnight, I think. Next season, Jim. I've been waiting for Gen 3, to be honest. So if Gen 3 had come this season, I would have wanted to race Gen 3, but I sort of got convinced not to because we're a bit short on experienced race controllers for this season. So if this Gen 3 had arrived, I would just be doing officials day in, day out all week. But next year, Gen 3. I still jump in occasionally and have a run, like I had a Bathurst 1000 last weekend or the weekend before. But yeah, to be honest, I really struggle with this car. After driving more modern iRacing cars, when you come back to it, the lack of feeling from this car is just a bit crazy. It's fine if you're used to it, but when you just jump into it, it's a bit nuts. As Mr. Chin accelerates away, we're looking for a restart with a neat 10 laps of running to the flag.
It's going to be epic.
Yeah, it is. It is. So Trent has control. So I would have thought that Mr. McMillan would be a bit closer than what he is, but you see, he's leaving nothing to chance right up the backside of Mr. McMillan there.
Can Mr.
I-
Roy Clark make it into the top 5?
So I do agree, Jim. Gen 3 will be a harder car to drive from a grip point of view, so it'll obviously have less aero grip. But I think from a mechanical grip point of view, particularly when it comes to force feedback and actually feeling the edge of the car in iRacing, it'll be a lot better.
When's he going to go? I was listening to Split 1 the other day, and they were saying, it might have been in Split 4, about just go as slow as you can right up to the line so they can't get your slipstream.
So, AJ, there's a couple of Sheep Hub recommendations for you in chat you might want to look at.
How do they know them though?
Here we go. Simon Black's looking down the inside of Mr. Galley. Mr. Dave Galley, Sir Dave Galley. Is he going to make it stick? Looks like he's well into it alongside. No, he's not actually. It's just the camera angle coming down into, I don't know how this is turn 2, but it is. Oh, that little kink is turn 2. Okay, I know, I get it now. Into turn 3, which is one that I struggle to. This is this track. Down the back street, so up front, it's still 3/10 between Trent, Mel and Lucio, so you might want to jump up the front if there's nothing you're looking at here specifically, AJ. You might be, but it looks like there's a ding-dong battle up the front. You want to keep your eyes on that.
Yeah, the top 7 looks good.
But I'm just looking at P1 to 4, right? There's like 3/10 between each of them.
Yeah, but all the way down to 7, it's Roy's
Yeah,
a little bit down.
What's AJ waiting for? Oh, there's something. You wouldn't be looking at it otherwise. Yep.
At this stage, I was pretty happy to be close to the back of James. Yeah, don't get that close to the back of the pass guys and hang there for a lap or 2.
Yep. So Dave all over the back of you, AJ. Mr. Black going for a look down the inside. Can he get it done? Oh, loose under brakes. Really, yep.
I get the feeling it's not over.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate one. That was...
Ooh. As I say, I've got a delayed reaction, but yeah.
Why don't you watch the stream, Zippy?
Oh, because then I can't get the chat.
Yeah, you just have it.
I can't. So it's a computer thing, okay? You know me.
You've got 3 screens, haven't you?
Yeah, I got 3 screens, and yet I can only get one on the middle.
Let's move down into turn 5. It's always tricky. And Shannon McMillan is blinked to nowhere. You might want to jump up the lead, AJ. Have a look at this ding-dong battle up front. AJ? You there, AJ?
Maybe we lost him.
I'm here. I was just trying to get it back.
Yeah.
There we go.
Went to scenic on me for some reason.
Yeah. So it's ding-dong battle for the lead. So you got Trent 7/10 out for Mr. McMillan and Yowie in behind with battling hard with Nick. And then James Boardman. So I think Nick Housler's probably the car to jump on from memory. Watching this ding-dong battle between him and Mr. Yo. So I think it's at this point, I think I'm still having a bit of a chat with Nick and James about, so I went back to have a look at the safety car period just to confirm that it was on whatever, so there's definitely a radio chatter going on at this point.
I'll probably have to go and jump in Nick's stream then.
Yeah, Nick's a good stream, definitely worth a look.
Yeah. I can't stand all the swearing.
Oh, fuck. So Nick's definitely putting a lot of pressure on you over here. So they're in a ding-dong battle out front. Meanwhile, also down, look at you, it's happening all the way up and down. So you've got RaceKraft, Scott McKenzie. Scott sort of looks like he's all over the back of RaceKraft down to P11 as well.
And John Fillingham up 28 spots.
Yeah. So that P9, 10, 11, 12 battle looks like a cracker as well. Real close right now. Same with Ed Cullen. Same with Ed and Wayne Reynolds down the back. Roy Clark. What happened to Roy Clark?
He must have got incident. Did he get inked?
Roy Clark got slapped by race control for contact on lap 32 with Cuspington. So that would have been the incident that has pushed him back on this lap.
Oh, yeah, so I've just noticed that Ant's name's not up in the front either.
Yeah, so those two have come together on lap 32.
Yeah, it was the one I would have been following.
Yeah.
Bugger. Ant was
I
doing
said
really
go to
well.
the front.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because we've got to watch some of this racing at the front. I think you need to jump on Andrew Galley at the moment, AJ, because that gap there behind John Filligan and Rushworth, that looks like a big as well. Yeah, I always like looking for these tight battles. James and Dunning registers by the pass subjects done as well.
You're going to chuck up inside.
Oh, he's thinking about it. Oh, so he loves these Galley brothers. They love a bit of sideways action, big dirt track races in real life. If you don't mind a car being sideways.
I don't know, every time you say sideways action, I keep thinking of Gunther.
Yeah. So up front, Matty McMillan's 3/10 off the back of Trent Allen in the lead, so that battle is continuing up front as well. They've got a bit away from Mr. Yo in P3, who's 2.5 seconds out, and Nick House on the back of him, James Borden. And Mark, you're a bit out of touch there, but it's still a great effort P6 up high positions. And Mr. Peck, who we haven't seen or heard much of at all, in fact I didn't even know he's in the race until now, he's up 13 spots in P8, so a great
I've mentioned him 6 times, Bruce. You're too busy looking at your TV screen.
Yeah, it's just no. One of them is I haven't, from a race control point of view, I haven't seen or heard it from the driver. To be honest with you, if I'm not seeing, oh, that's unfortunate there. If I'm not seeing or hearing from you in race control, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah. So how good is Matt doing, hanging on to Trent? Yeah, really doing really well.
I think it's AJ battle, AJ all over. Scott and I having this race. You're up 10, AJ. Scott is down 7. So you're pulling the team orders out here, AJ. Hey, Jeff, back him up, will you? Back him up so I can have a crack at him.
He says there's no team orders, but you know, we all know differently.
If you want to look for some cracking racing, have a look on Swellio Almeida's YouTube channel. He basically posted his final race to decide the North America Radical Cup Championship in real life, where the guy who was currently he won the championship. Didn't spoil the result, but the guy bought 2 WEC LMP drivers to the team, just so we could have 3 cars to play fiddle. So it was 1 versus 3, and there's lots of team tactics going on in that race to try and make it up on the championship. So it's definitely worth a battle and see what a 5k plus I rating, what was 8k I rating driver can do in real life. Someone who started out like you did, Zippy, on a Logi, just learned to race on a Logi and is now racing in real life.
Yeah, well, I still got a Logi. It's a pro. It's a pro.
So, hey, AJ, now you've got, sorry, AJ, so Zippy, now, because you've got the Logitech, oh, what's going on here? There's a bit of a lock-up and a bit of a kiss, and... Oh, got lucky there, AJ.
Held.
So that's not team orders.
No,
I'm gonna lose it, Jeff, so you have to
planned.
slow down and go behind. I guess what I was going to say was the new Gen 3 wheel that's coming out from Max Pappas. So you can buy one of those little adapters and you can turn your Logi Pro into a actual Gen, from the molds Gen 3 steering wheel.
I'll definitely look at it. Yeah. It's, to me, they're wheels with buttons. I don't know a great deal about them, but no doubt I'll hear from someone else that's got one and see how they feel of it.
So basically, because the Max Pappas wheel, Max Pappas Industries make the Gen 3 wheel, and so there's 2 other models. There's 2 models in here, or is it 3? There's the one they actually use that will race it up. There's another one they've built for other cars, which might be the same one. But then they've made a wheel for the new Logitech button box. So you can literally run a wheel that is from the molds the same as the Gen 3 race car. Plug it onto your Logitech Pro wheelbase. So.
Yeah, I'd like one of those little screens that you can see your lap times and your fuel and all that sort of stuff. Just one of those little ones they put on top of the wheel.
Yep. You get those pretty cheap. You can spend $600 on them, or you can 3D print a case and grab one from, which is what I did. I got one from VO Core. The screens are literally like $60 with the screen. 3D print a case and chuck it in.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be my next investment. One of them.
So you don't have to spend a lot of money on it. You can spend hundreds and hundreds if you like, but you don't have to.
A nice pedal here for first and second.
Yep.
Yes, there we go, it's on.
And the other thing you can do, Zippy, is you can use SimHub and you can actually just reuse that dashboard and put the dashboard on the screen in front of you. So you can have the dashboard without actually having to have a physical dashboard as well, if you want to try it out, try before you buy, so to speak.
Yeah, I used to have the wheel in the, what do you call it, in the field of view that I could actually see my wheel, and inside the middle of my wheel had all that information on it.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got a 7-inch screen that sits just behind the wheel, so you look through the wheel at it, and yeah, that works really well. It's just one of those cheap. I think they were originally designed as a tablet replacement screen or something, but you can buy a 3D printed frame that goes around them.
Yep.
Definitely where it's at, Trent and Matt. I better mention Will. Well done, Will, you're doing really well. You're up 7 spots. Well done, Will.
Yeah, Matt's definitely put the pressure on Jim. Nick's dropped back a bit. Mr. Yo has also dropped back a bit. He had a bit of a block up going into turn 5. Brakes, unfortunately, and the other kid was in front of him.
Yes, I know, Will. That's what I thought too. I suppose we'll have to go out to the crowd and see who they think driver of the day. Any candidates?
Yeah, it's quite a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, who do you reckon, guys?
Oh, I don't reckon anyone yet. But there's some contenders there. We got Marty Hughes just sitting back nicely, 18 up.
Yeah, I'm
Peck, even Pecky.
If
I don't know
Matt
if I'd-
gets Trent, then I think that's a given.
I think, yeah, I think it's not something where I want to look at positions gained. So if you look at Nick, right, Nick was right down the back and with a really bad qualifying early stop, fought his way back through. Same with Ed. So there are a few people are out of position, so it's hard to sort of tell exactly where they are just from the pure up and down based on what they've had go on during the race.
Nick's only up 5 spots though,
Yeah, I know.
so he didn't qualify that badly.
No, it's more. Well, fair to be honest, it's more Ed. I'm thinking, like, because Ed got turned against teammates. I'm biased, but he. I'm not saying he should get it, but I'm just saying he's someone who's driven literally from rear grid back up to P18, so that's a good drive from him. So all I'm saying is the numbers don't tell the story.
No, and you can be hit and be unlucky and be taken out, So, but we all love Ed.
Yep.
You know that,
Well, mostly.
except his family. Yeah, but
he's definitely lost touch here of that lead pack. So he's definitely sort of, at this point, I think focusing more on fighting
hanging on,
the
yeah.
guys behind. He's putting the pressure on the James Boardman, so this battle has become a cracker of a battle. So
I'm going to throw a different name out there. I'm going to throw out Peter Verme.
sure, I won't throw it to chat. See what your chat thinks.
I've already asked that question.
I know, but I actually want to see names come in. No one's actually
Come on, you guys and gals. That's you, Luke.
off. Mel, Jim, Ross, you two, Mr. Dart. Technically, you're in chat.
You're liking Trent, are you, Dean?
I was like a Pecky.
I mean, Trent's obviously driven a very good race, but has Trent won it before?
Oh,
Ooh, that's a long way out in
yep.
the draft.
It's lucky to survive that one. Well, 2 votes in chat for Pecky. Where is Pecky? Let's have a quick look at Mr. Peck. I just want to see what livery he's even running. Is he running?
He's running the Pecky livery. I saw it before.
He is the only one.
Yes,
No, it wasn't.
but they said they were wearing them on Thursday, so maybe they've gone into something else and changed their paints. Forgotten to leave it on for the broadcast.
Yeah, but if you change your paint, there's a league paint in trading paint, so that shouldn't really happen. Because you set it as a league paint, you can have a different paint for each. Yes, he's a different paint as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Banner violation, disqualification.
No, I'm sure when I played this afternoon, he was in the Pecky paint, so he's changed something recently.
So something's happened.
Yeah, I just reckon they've changed it in trading paints. Andrew keeps telling Andrew plays with these paints all the time.
Yeah, it's just interesting that all the Pecky's cars are not running Pecky paint.
Well, Trent's made a bit of a move now. He's almost burst the bubble with Matt.
Yeah, I'll go with Pecky as well, to be honest. If you'd like to vote.
We do have a rather angry pack there chasing me down.
Yes.
Yep. We're not talking drive of the day, but it's definitely a good drive from you, Mark.
Very good.
Yeah, that was all. I was just aiming just to, keep it as clean as I could. And I had a little bit of pace, but just couldn't keep the in the sixes like I wanted.
Yeah.
But yeah, constant race pace of low sevens and sevens.
Yeah, we'd all like to be a second faster, that's for sure. But easy to say, not so easy to do. Becky's definitely applying the blowtorch to the back of Mr. Verme at this point.
And I think I did my fastest lap after the safety car at 2:06.2.
206.
Yeah, 2:06.2.
God. That's way faster than me.
So, last lap. Here we go. So, Trent's out to a 1 second lead over Mr. McMillan. Nick Hausler is 5 seconds, so back from the lead as well, from that pack. So, he's definitely not able to contend. James Borden on the back. This definitely looks like the battle to watch going to the line. It's the widest Mustang you've ever seen there, Mr. Peck.
Ray's making a move too, trying to.
Trying, so they're all going to send the signal that he will defend. Quickly defending, fighting mid-track. Compromise his exit just a little bit, but no, it's be fine.
Scott McKenzie's just waiting behind, thinking they'll let them take each other out.
Oh, a bit of a wheel lock there from Pete Vermees. Oh, that's been a costly little mistake. Left the 3 pass, a bit of a lock tap. So that was a really costly mistake there from Pete Vermees, or Vermees, I'm going to say. Pecky up into P7 now. Pete's still under a lot of pressure from Scott McKenzie behind. Meanwhile, out in front, it's Simon Black. For some reason at the top of the leaderboard, even though he's a full lap behind, ahead of Trent Allen.
You're looking at the battle box, aren't you?
I am. No, Simon Black's at the top of his lap down. Trent Allen's definitely our winner, and Mr. McMillan using all the track, throwing everything at it right to the end. But he won't get there. Trent Allen will come across the line to take the win from Matt McMillan. Nick Hausler looks to be in a solid run to finish a P3. James Boardman, P4, and Michael Yoke come across the line P5.
That was a good drive by Trent.
Followed by Mr. Dial.
Hello, Mark.
Oh, just to add to that, Mr. Yo got penalised for his incident limit, so he dropped down to 21st place.
Oh,
Yeah, there was. Oh, I posted in the chat so that drivers knew there was 5 drivers that got hit. From that, if you have an X and don't serve it and you run across the line, you get punished heavily for it. And
So everyone from Yowie down to 21 all gain a place.
a special mention to Brett Horsell. Well done, Brett, on your first race. Up 10 spots, or 11 spots now.
Yep, definitely.
So who did we decide for driver of the day, guys?
I think it's Mr. Peck.
I think it's Pecky.
Yeah, I think it's Becky.
Becky's got to
He
take it.
did, in the end, go up 15.
Yep, especially watching that last lap battle. That was intense. So definitely Mr. Peck, driver of the day. He might even like to thank his sponsors with the right livery at some point.
Well, all I can say is if you're feeling a bit pecky, why not get some chubby buns?
Oh, Jesus.
He was waiting for that all race, weren't you?
Oh, my God.
No, it was a good race, despite the mishaps and the incident limit points, but they can't be helped. Everyone was the same. So
Yes.
And on that note, I think we can wrap this up pretty quickly and don't go anywhere. Don't go away. Don't move. Because coming up right after this in 3 minutes' time or 4 minutes' time is the battle for Split 2.
Gee, that seemed to take a long time.
Well done. It's going to be very interesting. 5 rounds to go. Very interesting.
So I think we'll sign off here and give everyone a chance to go and grab a refill, rock and come back in before we have a look. So there's our final results. It's the final results. Yeah, it's the final classification.
Yeah, I think we got them.
I'll run through it really quickly. Trent Allen, Mac Millen, Nick Hausler, James Boardman, then Mark Dyer, Mr. Peck, driver of the day. Ray Smith, James McKenzie, Justin Wood, Pete Vermey, Aidan Rice, Andrew Russworth, Ed Cullen, Andrew Galley, Wayne Reynolds, Brett Horsfall, Todd Martin, Scott Perrins in P18. Over the page, we have some more drivers. Over the page, we have Mr. Roy Clark, Mr. Galley, the other Dave Senior, Mike Yo, Jeff Eddy, Michael Hayes, AJ the Boss, John Fillion, Marty Hughes, Reg James, and Wayne Sanderson, rolling out the top 28 with, unfortunately, with Will Munro, Simon Black, Brett Douglas, and Joseph Granshaw, Jason Dunn, Ed Cusperson, Mike Power, Shannon McMillan, Pete Kelleher, Mike Koroloff, James Cormick, Daniel Norris, Brendan Zatira, Jason Shin, Ty Delaney, Bruce McLeod, and Michael Quayne Guy. They're not actually racing, so the four guys at the bottom there. Unfortunately, Brendan Zatira went out early. He's going to have a crack at 26 laps down. And that was Split 3 from Road Atlanta. See you all back again next week as we fire off from Magello. And with that, I think, AJ, over for you, but that's pretty much good night from us.
Thanks very much, guys. Thanks, everyone out there. And, go and enjoy the Split 2 broadcast.
Yep. Go and watch Split 2. Well done, Andrew.
Yep, well done, mate.
Thanks, everyone.